our second full day in Sendai, and we are leaving Sendai. We're going on a day trip to a place called Yamadera, which has like a temple complex up on a mountain, something like 1,000+ stone steps, a good like hour out from Sendai on the way to Yamagata. But something's been going on with the trains. We sat in the station waiting to leave a good 15 minutes maybe. We hauled ass to the train station. We hauled ass to the station because we had like 15 minutes from hotel room to getting on the train, and we got there with 1 minute to spare and then sat on the train for 15 minutes. And now we're not far, we're maybe a quarter of the way to Yamadera, and we're stopped at this other station, and we've been here another like 15 minutes, I would say, coming close to 20. And there's been a few announcements that we have no idea what's being said, but hopefully we'll make it there. And we've been looking forward to this spot. Like, we planned this quite early in the trip that we'll come to Yamadera. It looked really neat. It had sort of a mini Mount Koya kind of vibe look to it from the research we were doing, so we'll see how that lives up to reality when we get there. So we will update you soon. So no Yamadera today. All the trains to Yamagata are cancelled because of high wind. So we're going back to Sendai. So I guess tomorrow we will retry to go to Yamadera. We'll have to figure out plan B of what we're going to do today. I guess we'll do what we were going to do yesterday. Kind of sucks, but at least we have the opportunity to try again. If we had waited, we would have not been able to do it. So, back to Sendai. We're back at Sendai Station after our 2 hours. Our 2 hour fail trying to go to Yamadera. I can't believe that they can't take the train there via wind. You'd think that Japan would be immune from that kind of thing, but I'm not a train engineer, so what do I know? I have no idea what complexities high wind would cause a train, but we are sort of trying to sort out what we're going to do for the rest of the day. It's just past 11. And we didn't really have a plan B, because usually we figure out what we're going to do the next day, the day before. So today, if today is Saturday's plan, the general thought was just we were going to take it a little bit easy, maybe do some shopping, go to a park, nothing too hectic. So maybe we'll just try and do that today and make the most of the day and try and do Yamadera tomorrow. We were thinking maybe the wind would die down later today and we'd be able to go. But we talked to someone who spoke a bit more English here at Sendai Station, and she said that the weather reports were getting worse, so probably not going to happen today, but hopefully tomorrow the wind calms down and we can go out there. Question is, if we go out there and the winds pick up, are we going to be sleeping at Yamadera? Because I don't know, maybe we won't be able to get back. So we are just sort of looking around this big train station. We're at this food stall right now because they do a Sendai specialty, and I might try it. I got it. So this is a Sendai specialty I was just mentioning. It's mochi covered in like a paste made from boiled edamame. Yes, Nicole's face just went, "Ugh." I'm not quite sure either, but we'll find out. I don't know if there's a spoon in here.
Of course there's a spoon in there, it's Japan.
There is a spoon in there. Alright, let's
Japan.
go find a place to eat. It is very windy. Even here in Sendai, it's very windy. When we were sitting on the train at that one station where I said we were stopped, there was a few wind gusts that were really rocking the train back and forth. It was incredible. So I guess that kind of explains it. You don't want to be going high speeds and then hitting gusts like that. It's probably not good. If it was able to actually like rock the car back and forth, So now we're back in the arcade here. We're gonna go to that sushi restaurant we went to last night because someone forgot one of her bags, and we realized when we were back at the hotel, and we weren't going back out last night. So hopefully they have her bag. Hopefully it's open, and we're gonna go back to the hotel and regroup, figure out what we're gonna do the rest of the day. Since the internet's good there, Nicole can get on the internet, do some research. We can freshen up a bit and head out and get to something. I'm trying to convince Nicole to play these drums with me. She's not into it yet. And I also want to try and win something. That would be so fun if we actually won something.
Nicole hates clutter.
And we would have to put it in your luggage because mine is full.
Nicole has no space and Nicole hates clutter.
Oh, that's going to be a tough sell then. I think I'll try and sell you on the fact that there's no way we're going to win. It'll just be fun to try.
But I'm on to you now. You told me your plan.
But there is like hardly any chance we're going to win.
Knowing my luck, we'll win the like 5-foot Snorlax. Another goodie?
Yes, so we made it back to the hotel. We braved that wind out there. I can't believe we're not at Yamadera right now. Okay, so we pick up a snack to try. You saw us picking this up at the train station at a famous shop called Sendai Sario. And this is a Sendai specialty, which is mochi. They call it Zanda mochi, which is mochi in a weird paste made from edamame.
Ooh, yummy. Weird paste made from beans.
And if you don't know, mochi is rice cake. So it comes in this container. It kind of looks gross. Hey, they gave me a little cool ice pack to keep it cool in the bag.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Little penguins keeping it cool.
Good job, penguins.
And they gave me a spoon, of course. All right, now let's try not to spill this all over the bed. You can see the grossness.
Everyone's got to see the grossness.
I don't think it looks gross, but you think it looks gross.
I do. I hate green.
I love this kind of stuff. So let's see.
And how much was this little sucker?
$4.25 Canadian with the current exchange rate. Let's try this green goo. It's sweet. For some reason I wasn't expecting it to be sweet. It doesn't look like it would be sweet, but it's very sweet. And it's not smooth. It's a little bit lumpy. It's got an interesting consistency in the mouth.
Did you get any mochi with it, or you just got the topping?
Yeah, I'm just trying this top. I really like that. It's really good.
Let me have a go. I got comfortable. It could be worse.
I didn't think you'd really like it.
No.
Alright, let's try and get some mochi. Some mochi. I don't know, maybe I should eat some more of this green stuff off just because it's gonna get messy. Right, there's a bunch of mochi and zanda. It's so good.
That is not a dessert.
It's so shocking how good, I'm really shocked how good this is. I thought I would like it, but I would eat this all the time if we lived here.
That thing is tiny for $4.50.
I think it's really good mochi. It's very chewy. And it's not soft, it's got like it gives back a little bit. Sometimes you get mochi and it's kind of
Mush?
yeah, it's very soft, but this does take some chewing to get through it. That's definitely a successful snack.
Let me have a go at the mochi.
I'll get you some.
No.
Okay. You want me to feed it to you? You're gonna eat that whole thing? You don't like mochi.
Oh, but realize I had to brush my teeth. And now I'm going to brush my teeth again.
And
probably it wasn't worth it.
And probably floss.
It wasn't worth it.
Don't worry, there's some strawberry galbos left from last night.
Didn't we agree those were yours?
Yeah. Alright. So I would say this was a very successful snack. If you want to try this and you're in Sendai, this location is in the train station on the first floor, really easy to get to. Go check it out. We're out of the hotel again. We are going to head to a bank. We need to convert some cash because we're running low on yen. And then we are going to hunt out a spot for lunch. I think we're going to hit up the road that we were talking about last night, which is the busiest entertainment road in Tohoku, and see if we find anything open there. We're probably going to hit up that road again for dinner because I really do want to hit up a izakaya, and that's probably a good bet because there's like hundreds and hundreds of restaurants on that one road. Do you have any cravings for lunch?
Meaty meats.
Meats?
Meaty meats.
Meaty meats. Meaty meats, whatever that means. So we're looking for the 77 bank. Is it the 77 bank?
I believe so. There's sevens in it.
Nicole made me run against a red light. Maybe that's for us. That's siren. They're looking for you.
Watch it. Jade Walker.
Okay, here we are. 77 bank. Let's see what kind of rate we're going to get. This bank is crazy. We walked in and there was a machine with two buttons of red and a blue, and you had to push it to get a ticket with a number, and Nicole luckily pushed the right one. I Google translated it afterwards, but she picked one was for corporate and one was for individual customer. So she picked the right one. So now we're up on the third floor and we have to figure out where we go. We're done with the bank. That would have been a lot faster and easier had we understand how it worked to start off with. So we walked into this huge room, just like open cubicles, sort of. Not cubicles, they're all open desks, which I remember from banks in the past. You just walk into them and there's people sitting all over the place, head down, like doing stuff. I don't know what stuff they're doing, but they look very busy.
It totally had like a Mad Men vibe,
Yeah.
an old school vibe. Everybody was like very formal and in their uniforms, and it just totally had a vibe that came from like the 1960s
Yeah.
and 50s. It was neat.
So we went in there, we pushed the button to get a ticket, and we sat down and waited in that big ass room. And we went up, finally our number got called, and we went up, and the guy did not speak English. And he had to ask a colleague how to tell us to go to the third floor, because there's a foreign exchange counter on the third floor. So we went up this long escalator to the third floor and found the foreign currency counter. And then they told us that we have to go downstairs to the first floor and use a machine. So they didn't want to do it for us in person for some reason. They wanted us to use the machine. Maybe they just don't speak English. They don't want to deal with that, and the machine does it all for you. So we went back down to the machine. She actually walked us down, which was nice, and showed us where the machine was. It was pretty obvious though. It said foreign currency right above it. Tapped the English button, and it was all straightforward. You just slide your money in, and then it shows you what it's going to convert to and spits out yen. Unfortunately, it wouldn't take 2 10s and 1 5. We were converting some US dollars that we have, but it didn't take 25 of them, unfortunately. And we decided not to convert any Canadian because the exchange they were offering for Canadian was way worse. So now we are heading to find lunch. We're back in the arcades, which takes us to that crazy entertainment street, which probably won't be too crazy right now, but will probably be pretty crazy later when we get there. And after lunch, we're going to walk to a temple. According to JapanGuide.com, it's the 4th more
beautiful.
beautiful or interesting sight to see in Sendai. So we are going to hike out there. It's about an hour walk from the hotel, so probably from lunch, maybe 45 minutes. And we'll see what that's all about. Here's the arcade in the daytime. All right, we found the street, Koku Bungcho, I think is how you might pronounce it. It's how that's how it's written. And there's tons of signs and buildings, those buildings with restaurants on each floor rising up around us. And everything looks pretty closed. Look at the skewer place for 180. Everything's pretty close, so this must be a crazy happening place at night. It's going to be wild coming back here trying to find a place to eat tonight. Here, take a look down the street. You can see all these signs on the sides of the buildings showing you what's on each floor. And you wouldn't know that this is the busiest entertainment street in the whole region from looking at it today at this time of, looking at it at this time of day. You see anything?
Not yet, we just got on.
We just got on?
We just got on the street.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hungry, so find something fast.
Okay.
We settled on a restaurant here. It's called Otooya, and I'm not exactly sure what kind of cuisine this is. Taishoku style, they say on the menu. They brought us out an English menu, which was really nice, and it explains exactly how to order. I'll show you that menu quickly.
Here's the explanation on ordering. So you sort of pick your meal, then you can pick a type of rice. You can pick a size of rice. So there's no charge to get a large rice, but you get a small discount if you choose a small rice. And then the menu, open the menu. This is the menu. So Nicole really went crazy and she ventured out and she's trying this one, which is the beef tongue.
Nicole's brave and adventurous.
Yes.
I went all in and got the entire meal.
After you didn't like it last night at the sushi place. I did like it. I think you got a bad piece. And I decided to try this one, the simmered chicken cutlet set. And one reason we came up here is because Nicole was looking for a place we could sit and have a nice view. So this place is just overlooking that street we walked up where we're going to come back for dinner likely tonight. And this here in front of us is Jozenji-dori, which is a main street, and in the middle is a nice boulevard.
A landmark.
It's a landmark, yeah. You can't see it from here, there's a tree in the way. But there's a statue over there, which is a famous statue in Sendai. And we'll go take a look at it after lunch. So you're happy with this choice?
Yes, well the food hasn't come yet.
That's true. Well, view-wise.
View-wise, it's very good.
And comfort-wise, it hit the marks.
That's why it was chosen.
Exactly. So we'll see what the food is like, hopefully soon, because I'm really hungry. That looks really good, eh?
I know, I heard sizzling from afar and I was approaching my table and I was getting excited and then I smelled the beef. This was the regular sized rice. What is the large going to be like?
I don't know, I got it, we'll find out.
Oh my!
That smells so good.
Amazing. I wasn't expecting it to be sizzling.
No, it's served on a hot stone or something.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
You dig in.
You may have my egg custard.
Thank you.
And my pickles.
Thank you. So here's mine, bubbling away in its hot pot. So let's see. I think, Nicole, our rices got mixed up.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thank you.
There we go. I'm going to get a smaller piece for camera. This is the ginger miso sauce.
Spicy.
Spicy. Ooh.
Get that tongue in your mouth.
That's what she said.
Is it good?
The flavor's really good.
Do you like the meat?
I don't let you know what chewing is. Hold on. It's definitely chewy. I would not imagine tongue to be this chewy. It's not as chewy as last night. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this meal a lot.
Excellent.
Very good.
So this is the chicken cutlet and simmered in the sauce. I'll try a piece of the cutlet. It's hot. Mmm, it's good. It's hot.
Yeah, it's still bubbling. Nice flavor.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not sure what the sauce is.
There's a
The
country
chicken.
country sauce.
Country sauce. The chicken, that, I mean, the coating went a little bit soggy like I like. You know, like I like the tempura with the sauce already on it, but there's still some crunchy bits in there, which is pretty amazing. Let's see the sauce. I think there might be some miso in that sauce. It's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in.
All right, let's do it. The more I started digging around in here, the more I realized this is kind of like a stew. There's some carrot, there's some potato, some greens. I'm not quite sure what this is. Grated daikon. There's even there's onion. Really good. That was really good. I tried Nicole's beef tongue. It was really good. I'm trying to think if it was better than last night's sushi beef tongue. Mine was really good, and then she was really disappointed with the piece that she got. So maybe, I don't know. I was slightly drunk last night, so maybe that influenced my my like for that beef tongue. But I tried hers, and it was really good. So I don't know. But we are done lunch here. We're just going to go down there and look at the famous statue, and then make our way to this temple, which is about a 30-minute walk from here. So this place also has the shelves, but they also give you little baskets. So you can put your stuff in a basket, slide it under your table, it's out of the way. You don't have to worry about it getting dirty. That is very smart. All right, we are done eating. We're down out back on the street, and I was going to show you. This is an example of one of those restaurants or those buildings with multiple restaurants in it. And we ate on the second floor here at Otooya. All the restaurant signs are like down here to entice you up. And then you find the entrance. You can go up the stairs like that guy's doing, or he's taking the elevator. And that is sort of how you navigate these restaurants. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky to figure out how to get up and where they are if you can't understand the language, but that's generally how it goes. I chose this one despite this, but it's really good. It has a really good orange pico flavor, and I love orange pico and cream and sugar, and that's basically what this is, already made for me. Nice and sweet. It's something that I crave after we eat. I always crave something sweet, and this kind of hits that spot for me, and also gives me something warm to drink. And we are coming up to the famous statue. Of course, it's hard to film because it's black and behind is white. But there she is. Let's see if we can do a better job here. Your ass cheek has to be pointing that way.
Ass cheek this way?
And now your body has to be contorted to look that way. Yeah, with your hands above your head. That's kind of close. That's pretty close. Not really. Sort of close.
Are you sure? No one's gonna scope me.
This is a boulevard. It's nice.
The trees
Tree
are
line.
amazing.
Yeah, it must be really nice in the fall before all the trees are gone.
It's nice
In
now.
colors.
It's symmetrical.
It is, it's very symmetrical.
I like symmetry.
All right, let's haul over to the temple.
We're on our way to Rinnō-ji Temple right now, and we're walking along the residential areas far away from the tourist areas. And I'm always very curious as to what's going on inside these buildings because the dwellings are so different than what I'm used to at home. And I always try to rubberneck. Once in a while, the windows are open. I can get a glimpse inside to see the rooms and see the furnishings. And I always find that really fascinating. Wish I can get in there somehow.
Is it me, or does this area feel a little bit depressing?
It's not the most poshest area, but I wouldn't go as far to say it's depressing.
Would you want to live in this area?
No, that's because I'm used to lots of trees.
You're used
and
to Canada.
I'm used to Canada with a front yard and a backyard.
Yeah, that was interesting. You mentioned that to the concierge guy yesterday. The concierge was asking us, or somehow we were talking about space and whatnot here, and you were mentioning the fact that there's no one here has like a front yard.
Yeah.
They don't have a patch of grass in front of every dwelling here. Not that we do downtown, but
No.
uptown, maybe they do in their burbs. I don't know.
No, the burbs aren't.
The burbs are still like this, right?
Yeah.
Like they're still
Maybe a little bit better, but in general, no, not much.
not like at home.
No.
Maybe that's partly what's giving me that feeling then is like there's no green here.
Yeah.
There's trees here and there in some people's yards, but there's no like grass. There's no
Yeah.
boulevards.
No.
But that's kind of awesome because no one has to cut it.
It's not cool
I
at
hate
all.
cutting the grass.
Turn the camera off.
The other thing I'm noticing about this area is it's not super pedestrian friendly. Like there's no sidewalks. We're just literally walking on the side of the street on the little gap between the white line and the curb. And we're not alone. Lots of locals are walking in the same spaces that we're walking, but it is starting to feel a little bit sketchy to me because the traffic's getting quite busy. Here's what I'm talking about. You got this white line here. You got the curb, and that's where we're walking. There's no sidewalk. And Nicole's saying, look at this old building. Surrounded by all kinds of duplexes and
Low rises.
low rises. It's kind of interesting.
Very interesting.
It's like you always wonder
Nothing.
what the story is with these places. Like, how does this exist?
Yeah.
Interesting contrast between these two buildings. This one looks like super modern.
A fancy car.
Yeah. And then the old school look at the roofs, the old tile roofs. This has been a really interesting walk so far. We're not even at the temple. As we were walking down the street that we keep pointing things out to you on the way to the temple, we noticed this stone torii, an old looking building here. And we looked left in here and we saw this little shrine. And then as we crossed the corner of this building, we saw this huge temple maybe being guarded by these two dudes. I should really have the names for all these things memorized by now because they all have names. But that's really cool. It's so random. We weren't expecting to see that at all. Just like the shrine in the arcade the other day. And there's a cemetery.
Huge cemetery back there.
Wow. I wonder who's buried in that building there. Oh yeah, wow. Another shrine over there, some nice looking trees. That's really cool. One of the reasons why we love doing these sort of off the beaten path walks is because you always find these types of little hidden gems, these little hidden gems you don't expect to see. But we gotta go find the main event. What's the name of the temple we're going to?
Rinnō-ji.
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 Rinnō-ji. Let's go. Limited time. Grocery store, shrine. Grocery store, shrine. A bike accident happened right in front of us, and we're wondering if we were the cause of it. I'm trying to find the temple we're going to. We're totally coming off the beaten path. We bumped into an older guy.